society, and clearly they are shocked with what has happened. We do see some fans gathering here, some onlookers who are curious with the amount of media that is present here. If I can just ask my camera person to pan and show you the amount of media that is present here. Clearly, after listening to this news of Sridevi passing away, remember. Off screen, she was a great human being, but on screen, it is her talent, her sheer versatility as an actor that won so many hearts and so many followers, not only outside the industry but also within the industry. She had a great goodwill and respect for the kind of work she's done over the years. Remember, she is one actor who made a comeback, and such a successful one, and there was no stopping her after that great comeback in English Winglish in R. Balki's film, where she yet again proved to many that, although she was out of sight for a while, but you clearly can't get her out of mind, and that's what she proved with her performance in the film. And clearly she was picking and choosing roles that were just not run-of-the-mill films or run-of-the-mill characters. It were characters which kind of inspired, the characters which she got excited about, and that's the kind of films that she was picking up, and clearly winning hearts all the way through. Nobody really expected this sort of end to such an iconic actor, an iconic star of the Hindi film industry. Shocked she was with her family in Dubai to attend a personal wedding, and that's where this incident happened. From what we know at this point is that Sridevi's body will be brought to Mumbai at some point in the day. However, there's no clarity on that at this point. But from what we know and from what we've gathered from members in this particular society, they are shocked, like her own film industry, and the amount of condolences that are pouring in on social media. We do expect a lot of members of the Hindi film industry to come here and show their respect to this legend once the body arrives. But clearly, as for the media here, it is a wait and watch situation at this point.
Right, Sachin Tendulkar also shared his thoughts on Sridevi. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I have no words to express what I feel, because we all grew up watching her, and suddenly to hear that she is no longer with us, it's hard to digest that. So my condolences to her family members and everyone who's followed her career and loved her. We loved her for everything that she was and everything that she did for us.
The nation is shocked, the industry is shocked. Everyone is, of course, really upset with Sridevi's demise. We heard Sachin Tendulkar say he was really upset with this. We also spoke to Ashok Pandit and Prem Chopra, who shared their thoughts on Sridevi. Rajiv Masand is joining us on the phone line with more. Rajiv, of course, everybody is shocked with the demise of Sridevi, but everyone is just mentioning the same thing, that as an actress, she was extremely versatile. They're talking about her acting, about her career. She was an icon, and her films created a huge impact on the industry and the fans. Tell us more about that.
There is no question that she was, she really was one of the greatest actors of our time. We speak extensively about her versatility. We speak extensively about the fact that she was possibly India's greatest female comic artist, and all of that is true. Whether it was dramatic parts, whether it was comic parts, whether it was tragic parts. I mean, here was an actress who really was a wholesome artist. She went from being someone who could not speak a word of Hindi to conquering the movie business. She overcame the stigma of married actresses working in the movies. She's also someone who went from being described as thunder thighs to becoming one of the most stylish divas of our time. She's really an actress who really overcame so many challenges in that journey to reach the top. It's not going to be easy to get someone like Sridevi out of our minds. Also because she leaves this beautiful legacy of incredible, formidable work that will live on for so long.
Right, Rajiv, continue to stay with us. On that note, we are taking a quick break. We'll be back with more. Hello and welcome. You're with CNN News 18. I'm Radhika Datta. Here are the headlines. Bollywood actress Sridevi passes away after suffering a massive cardiac arrest in Dubai. A shocked nation pays tribute to one of India's evergreen and most versatile actresses. Bollywood legend and actor par excellence Sridevi is no more. The veteran actor passed away late on Saturday night, succumbing to a massive cardiac arrest. She was only 54. The actor was in Dubai with her husband Bonnie Kapoor and younger daughter Khushi to attend nephew Mohit Marwa's wedding. With a career expanding over 4 decades, the actor won millions of hearts with her performances in movies like Lamhe, Chandni and Mr. India. The iconic actress continued her stellar career by making a comeback in Bollywood with the highly acclaimed English Vinglish. Sridevi worked across the language spectrum of Indian cinema in Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Malayalam and Kannada and was awarded the Padma Shri in 2013. Tributes from all across the nation and the film fraternity are pouring in for the icon who taught the people how to laugh. Our phone lines are open. Call us and share your views with us. We have Hema Malini who is joining us on the phone line. Ma'am, what is your first up reaction? Of course, tragic news coming in from Dubai about Sridevi's demise.
It is unexpected, completely shocking. I have no words how to express my feeling. It should not have happened. We are not at all ready to hear this news, But it is true. That's what I came to know. And she has been to Dubai and all this thing happened there. How it happened, what, I don't know anything. But I am very shocked and very, very upset about the whole thing. Should never happen such thing. I mean, everyone has to go, I know that. But she's too young. And I don't know, I'm feeling very bad.
Ma'am, do you want to share some of your thoughts on Sridevi, how she was as a person and your experience having her in the industry with you?
She is a wonderful girl because she has been a producer also along with Bonnie Kapoorji. Both of them introduced my daughter Aisha Diol in films. They gave the first opportunity. And during that time, I have been very close to her. I have shared a lot of feelings as a mother and daughter, feelings. It's a very beautiful relation we all had, and Bonnie ji is very, very close to our family also. And she is a very fine actress, beautiful actress, and a lovely girl. What else I can say? I'm very upset to talk anything more than this. Sorry.
Of course, ma'am, I absolutely understand.
Thank you so much.
That was Hema Malini who was joining us on the phone line, and of course she is absolutely shocked by Sridevi's demise. She could not talk to us more than that. She just shared her thoughts that she's too upset to say anything more than that. Let's cross live to my colleague Mihir Trivedi who is joining us live from Mumbai. He is outside Sridevi's residence. Mihir, what is the latest you have for us?
At this moment, there is clearly a lot of media presence here. Onlookers and fans have gathered. The traffic, if I can ask my camera person to pan a little, the traffic is now getting affected with the amount of people and media presence here. And has to be today, seems like a big day. One of the finest actors of Hindi cinema. In fact, Indian cinema has passed away. And Hema Malini put it in right words by saying that clearly no one was prepared to hear a news like this, but it is a fact. Sridevi is no more. I'm outside Sri Sridevi's residence, and this is where she lived with her family. In fact, I did speak to some of the members of this particular society who have interacted with Sridevi, and they give me a sense that, of course, she was a great artist on screen, a great performer, a versatile actor, an epitome of versatility in a sense. But off screen, she was a great human being as well. In fact, she always inspired through her stories and kept on encouraging people in this neighborhood, and was very cordial with everyone. In fact, no one really knew about any sort of critical ailment that she was suffering from, and this piece of news has come as a shocker to them as well as to the entire Hindi film industry that's reacted on social media. In fact, since last night, ever since this news broke out, people, the social media, microblogging sites have erupted in condolence messages from many actors from the Hindi film industry, and that is kind of the shockwave that has gone through with this current
Right,
news of
Mihir, we
Sridevi
have
passing away.
Nagma who is joining us on the phone line. Ma'am, what is your first up reaction? Of course, 54 is just too early to leave.
Yeah, I guess it's a very black Sunday, and the entire fraternity and Bollywood is, and I think by far all her fans and her near and dear ones are mourning this demise, and we're all so shell-shocked hearing this news that it's so hard to believe that it's true, really. And moreover, I think that if it is true, which it seems to be, I think that she's an actress par excellence. She's very versatile. She's done many roles, and I was fortunate enough to know her up close. So it's really sad for her two daughters and for her husband, knowing that, you know, what she meant to her family is it's going on from here is going to be really very difficult for them, I guess. And I pray that God gives them all the strength to bear this loss.
Ma'am, you also mentioned that you knew her personally. Do you want to share some thoughts you have, some experiences you have with Sridevi?
Yeah, actually, I knew her from right when I was, in my teens, and my dad had made a film during this Tofa Maqsad Himmatwala time. It was called Aulad, and there was Jitendra, Sridevi, Jaya Prada in it, and I knew her right from then, and we hit it off right from the very beginning. Though she was very reserved and a very, she used to not talk much really, apart from, being immersed in her work and being passionate about her work. But she was very affectionate towards me. She gave me a lot of love, and I was really up close with her. And her sister was a very dear friend of mine, and we really shared some outdoors also together. And I've kind of, been quite close to her before she got married to Boniji. And after that, even I got busy with my work, and then she got busy in the south. Of course, she was always here, and then, thereafter. But we met on a couple of occasions after that. But the kind of love that she showered upon me and the affection that she gave me in my entire teens, I think that it's memorable, and can never forget that, really.
And ma'am, it's of course very tragic. She leaves two young daughters behind, and it's very sad that she left before seeing her daughter's debut film, which is supposed to be releasing this year.
Yeah, I think more than a film, it's much more, those daughters were like really, really close to her, and they were the apple of her eyes. And I think it's going to be like really difficult for them to, we've seen actors whose mothers have just gone before their release. Like I remember Sanjay Dutt, the same thing happened with, before Rocky. Nargis Dutt left. But this one is that she's so close to her children that it's going to be tough for them, and I really pray to God that God gives them the strength, even as far as her relationship with Boniji was. They were very, very close. I mean, more than any other couple, I could say. And so she was as immersed into her family as she was in her, into her roles or into her films or her work. So, otherwise she was a very reserved person. She would get along with a very few people, or she wouldn't get along, in the sense when I mean get along, is she was always a very good artist, and she would always get along with everybody on the set. But she would not really, be very open to many people. Very few that she would be herself with. And she was a very lovely human being, very nice human being, and she would very childlike, and the people whom that she was very close to, it was a very different, person that one would know or